Hey guys, so we are going to start with an introduction to the parts of speech. Now, it's important to understand the parts of speech in order to understand where the words should be placed in a sentence to make the sentence readable and grammatically correct. Alright, so for that we are going to first start with nouns. Okay, so what are nouns? Nouns are naming words. So basically they are the name of person. They are the name of person, place, thing or idea. Okay, so let's take examples. Okay, so name of a person can be Ravi, place India. Okay, thing can be anything that is a non-living thing. Alright, so herein we can take an example of board, idea, truth. Alright, so the basic thing to understand over here is everything that we can see, feel or think about is a noun, right? Okay, so let me just give you an example through a sentence. So the teacher allowed Ria to go home in her car. Okay, so let's see. See, teacher over here is a noun. Okay, Ria is again a noun, home and car. Now we can see teacher and Ria refer to a person. Okay, home refers to a place, whereas car refers to a thing. Alright, hope this is clear to all. Okay, now we are moving on to the next part of speech, and that is pronouns. Okay, so what are pronouns? Now just imagine writing a paragraph and using a noun time and again. Okay, so the paragraph becomes monotonous. Now to stop that monotony, we use a replacement for a noun. Okay, and that replacement is a pronoun. Alright, so pronoun has similar grammatical qualities as nouns. Okay, so for example, like when you say Ria, so Ria is a proper noun. Okay, a name given to a person. But instead of Ria, you can use she in a sentence. Okay, so she is used for a female, a pronoun used for a female. Same is when you say Ravi, Ravi is a name of a person, but instead of Ravi, you can use he. Right, so that is what he is, a pronoun given to a male, a pronoun used for a male. Alright, in a similar way, it is used for non-living things. Alright, so yes, so this is, these are the replacements for nouns. Okay, so let's take an example. Okay, so she told me the truth herself. Okay, so see, here we can see she is a replacement of a female, me is for a first person, alright, and herself is again for a female. Okay, so by using these replacements, okay, in sentences, we can make a sentence interesting, okay, and not boring to read. Alright, so now we are moving on to the next type of part of speech, and that is adjectives. Now what are adjectives? Adjectives, in a simpler form, you can call it a describing word. Okay, so now the question comes, what all does it describe? Now it describes nouns and pronouns. Alright, okay, so describing, like what do you understand by that? It modifies. Okay, it's a word that modifies, that gives meaning, okay, to a noun or a pronoun. Now I'll show, I'll try to explain this better with the help of an example. Now let's see, we can say Okay, so the cruel hunter killed 5 white birds. Okay, so now see, instead of using these words, cruel, 5, white, the sentence could have been written in a simpler form. The hunter killed birds. Alright, so but instead of writing this, I have used some words which are describing the nouns present in this sentence. So let's first find out the nouns present here. So we have a noun hunter and a noun birds. Alright, and we can see that cruel is a word that is telling us about the kind of the hunter. Right? 5 is the word that is telling us about the number of the birds. And white is the word that is telling us about the color of the birds. Alright. So what are these? These are telling us, these words are telling us something more. These words are describing, okay, the nouns present in the sentence. Alright. So hope this is clear. Now next we are moving on to verbs. Okay. Now you must be thinking, why am I giving such short definitions? Now the basic thing is, I am going to deal every topic present here on the board in detail, okay, in the further coming videos. Now this is just a short introduction of parts of speech. Okay, it's just for you to understand the difference between the words that are used in a sentence. Alright, so next moving on to verbs. Now, since childhood we have been learning this definition of verbs. Okay, that is, we know that it's an action word. Okay, so what does it basically explain in a sentence? Now, verb is a word that tells us about a noun. Okay, not okay. Let me just specify this about the subject. Okay, not all the nouns present in a sentence are the subjects. Okay, so a verb tells us basically about the subject present there in the sentence. Alright, so what does it tell about the subject? It tells us what a subject is, has, or does. Okay, so what a subject is, has, or does in a sentence. Alright, let's see this with the help of an example. Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 different examples showing these 3 different variations. Okay, the first one. Okay, so we can say Amit is a good boy. Okay, so what is Amit? Amit is a good boy. Okay, okay, next. So Priya has a pet dog. Okay, so has over here is showing the possession of Priya. Okay, so what does Priya have? Priya has a pet dog. Okay, next is Ram is going to school. Alright, so what is Ram doing? Ram is going to school. Alright, so can you see these 3 words, okay, are what? Are the verbs. Alright, they are telling us about the subject, about the action being conducted by the subject. Alright, now next we are moving on to adverbs. Alright, so adverbs, now you can break this word adverb. Okay, so something is being added to the verb. Like since childhood we have been learning this. Adverb is a word that adds, that modifies a verb. But here, let me just tell you, it's not only the verb that is being described or modified by the adverb, but also an adjective and adverb can be modified using an adverb. Alright, so let's just see this. So adverb modifies, okay, what all? a verb, an adjective, and also another adverb. Okay, let's see how. Okay, so he walks fast. Okay, so over here let me just tell you, there are many people I have seen who use the word fastly. Okay, but fastly is no term. Okay, the term is fast. With fast we cannot use ly. That's wrong. Okay, so yes, he walks fast. All right, so walk over here is a verb and fast is a word that is modifying the word walks, that is telling us something more about how the person walks. Okay, so he walks fast. Now next, she is very beautiful. Alright, so see, beautiful over here is a word that is telling us something more about the subject. Okay, so basically that is an adjective. Alright, and very is the word over here that is telling us something more about beautiful. Hence very is an adverb which is describing an adjective over here. Okay, and next take an example. Let's take an example. Okay, so we can say okay, so he walks very slow. I'm using the same word to just show you the difference. Okay, so see, very over here is a word that is telling us something more about the adverb. Okay, why is this an adverb? Because this is describing the verb. Alright, so yes. Okay, so adverb is not only the word which tells us more about a verb, but also a word that tells us more about an adjective and adverb. Okay, yes, from now please remember this. Now next we are moving to prepositions. Okay, prepositions. So it is a word which actually tells us the relation. Okay, relation between what? It tells us about the relation between the noun or a pronoun with some other words in a sentence. All right, so let's see this with the help of an example. Okay, so I kept my bag on the table. Now see over here, bag is a noun. Okay, table is another noun, and on is a word that is showing us the relation between bag and table. Where have I kept my bag? I have kept my bag on the table. Let's see another example. My house is across the river. Okay, so house and river. Okay, the relation between the house and river is being shown by the word across. All right, so yes, so prepositions are the words that show the relation between noun or a pronoun with some other words in a sentence. All right, yes. So now we are moving on to conjunctions. You know, there are different types of prepositions. Yes, we are definitely going to deal with it in the further coming videos. Okay, now next is conjunctions. Okay, so you know, conjunctions are the word, you know, conjunction is actually a word which has come from two different Latin words. Okay, so we can break this word into two halves. Okay, it has come from the Latin word con plus junctus. Okay, which actually in English means, it's, you know, it's together, joined. All right, so it's what you know, it actually acts as an adhesive. Now what's an adhesive? You know, all the fevicols and the glues that we use. Okay, what do we do with that? We join things. Okay, so the things are joined without changing the form. The same happens over here as well. Okay, here in conjunctions, they join words, okay, sentences, phrases, and clauses, okay, without changing their form. All right. So let me just show you with the help of an example. Okay. So we can say she did her homework neatly and correctly. Alright, so see over here, she did her homework neatly, correctly, which has been joined with the help of and. Okay, so what is and doing? It's just joining these two words without changing their form. Alright, so yes, let's take another example. Okay, so you must have heard of this proverb that's very famous. Make hay while the sun shines. Alright, so while over here is joining these group of words. Alright, so what is conjunction? Conjunction is a word that joins a noun or a pronoun with some other words present in a sentence. Alright, yes. Now the last one and the easiest one you can say, okay, in the parts of speech is interjections. Now what are interjections? You must have come across these exclamatory terms like ah, oh, alas, hurrah. Okay, wow, very famous exclamatory word. Okay, so you must have come across these words. Why do we use them? We use them to show, strong emotions or strong feelings, right? Okay, so yes, these are the words of expressions. For example, let me just tell you, the earthquake destroyed the whole village. Alright, so that's what? That's an expression of sorrow. Alright, so another example, wow, it's a beautiful house. Okay, so it's, an expression of surprise. Alright, so yes, so these are the words that are used to show, to express some emotion, some feeling. Alright, so before bringing this video to an end, I would like to give a final example. Let's see if we have understood all these parts of speech or not. Okay, so the blind beggar fell into the deep ditch and hurt himself. Alright, so see, over here is what? It's an interjection. The is an article which we are going to talk about later. Blind is an adjective. Beggar is a noun. Alright. Fell is what? It's a verb. Into is what? It's a preposition. Okay. The is again an article. Yes. Deep is what? It's again an adjective. Yes. Ditch is a noun. And is what? It's a conjunction. Okay. Hurt is again a verb. And himself is a pronoun. Alright. So, hope you have found my video helpful and hope you have understood whatever I have tried to explain you today. Okay. I'm going to talk about every single topic present here in detail, okay, in the further coming videos, and please let me know whatever you have understood or not understood in the comment section below, okay. And yes, what should I further add in my videos? Please do let me know that also, okay. So if you like my video, if you find it helpful, please do like, share and subscribe my channel, okay. So we'll meet again soon. Till then, bye bye. Thank you.